What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're talking about the conference championship. So we have New England at Denver, Rams at Seattle. This is going to be a fun slate. So we have the AFC championship with the Patriots and the Broncos, and the NFC with the Rams and Seahawks. Opening odds: the Seahawks are favored by 2.5 points, 47 over and under. Patriots are 4.5, 41 over and under. We got some big injury news to go over. Obviously, as you can tell, no Bo Nix with an ankle injury. That's insane. But anyways, before we begin, hit like, subscribe. That helps get a ton of y'all know. And let's break down this slate, starting at the quarterback spot. So Matthew Stafford 6'3", Drake May 6,000, Sam Darnold 5'5", and then Stidham 4'5". Automatically the way to be different. What do you think? Play Jarrett Stidham. That's going to be the way to be different. Do I really want to do that? No, not really. But if I want the opening odds, or if I want the salary savings at 4 or 5 to try to pay out for Puka, JSN, and Devontae Adams, and try to get to um trying to get to Kyron Williams, I mean, you could certainly build it. I don't really necessarily want to go that route. Sam Darnold against the Rams. I mean, this Rams defense can be passed on. This Rams defense can be passed on. Um, I mean, at first glance, my click is Drake May at 6,000. He 17 fantasy points. It's not bad. 16 for 27. Looked with the one interception, yes, but three TDs, 179 yards. That's kind of the route I want to go at first glance with Drake May. Matthew Stafford against Seattle, I don't want to click. I don't really want to go to Matt Stafford. The problem is the Seahawks defense. I really like the Seahawks defense. The chalk defense is obviously going to be the Patriots, but we'll get to that in a minute. But um, yeah, I'm liking Drake May in the mid range. Sam Darnold at 5'5", I don't really want to pay for. That's just kind of the route I'm really looking. I mean, obviously the way to be different is Stidham if you want the salary savings, but we don't really have that many studs other than the JSN or Puka. So let's go to running back. Kyron Williams went off. I did not get enough of Kyron Williams. 21 for 87 with two TDs, 4 for 5 on the receiving aspect. Are they really going to need him here? Again, I really like the Seahawks defense. I don't really want to go to Kyron. Kenneth Walker's 38 fantasy points, you needed him. Um, at 6'2", like if we look at the snaps, I mean, with uh, Zach Charbonnet was out, yeah, left the game. So we need to know the news on that. If he is going to play, I would imagine he is going to play. He's questionable. Um, yeah, we just need to see if he's going to play because the Charbonnet now 5'2" is an interesting price tag. Now being priced 1,000 less than Kenneth Walker because you remember how they were priced right next to each other. So that's going to be interesting. And then you have the likes of Stevenson and Henderson. So if we look at that snap count, oops, what are we doing? Why are we messing with a bunch of buttons? Stevenson played for 62%. Henderson played 38%. If Stevenson also went out with that eye injury, 16 for 70 against this Denver rush defense. That's scary. It's going to be scary, but I like him as a pass catching ability over Henderson. I'm not really getting too much of Henderson. RJ Harvey, I like at 5'9". I mean, all these matchups aren't going to be ideal, yes, because I mean we're getting to out. This is the conference championship, so we're getting to the Super Bowl. So these defenses are looking good, but we just got to pick and choose what we really want to go to and who can hit value. So yeah, I mean RJ Harvey, 6 for 20, 5 for 6. It's that pass catching ability, PPR upside at 6 or at 5'9" that I do like. And then you have the likes of Quorum and McLaughlin. I'm not really getting into too much of Quorum, and McLaughlin looked okay. I mean, the runs that he got, 4 for 21, but I don't really want to get to that. And they don't play of Ellis Jones. That was garbage time, obviously. Um, but yeah, let's go to wide receiver. So let's go team by team for this. So New England, Stephon Diggs caught the TD. That's what paid it off. Kayshon Boutte looked great, 3 for 5, 75 yards. If I had a pick, I'd kind of rather go to Stephon Diggs because I think ownership is going to be high on Keshawn Booty now. But if I can get the double stacks, it's even better. Demario Douglas caught that TD. We know how he is. He's always in for um, that TD upside. So Kyle Williams, yeah. Demario Douglas and Chisholm still saw some run. Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte saw the most run in the game. So Chisholm at 3,000, always worthy of a dart throw, but I don't really trust that. Mainly out there, yeah, for his uh, blocking. So in special teams. So Kyle Williams always in for the deep shot, but again, I don't trust that much of this go to Pop Douglas at 3.6. And looking at Denver, the big news is obviously Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin. Troy Flecken with the hamstring injury. Well, nobody really knew what happened there. Like everybody on Twitter was like, "Where did Troy Flecken go?" Because I certainly didn't. I didn't know what happened to him. And you have Pat Bryant with the concussion, who was on a heater at the beginning. But now we have Jarrett Stidham. So who do we look to? Because Marvin Mims is a deep ball threat. Obviously, he popped off at 4-2 now. That's a slightly overpriced. Humphrey had that easy TD, then he dropped it, but he also had that other TD. Yeah, the next one that he had. Cortland Sutton at 5-7. It's tough. It's tough to want to go to one of these pass catchers. It's very tough. Very tough. But it's gonna if ownership's not gonna be on any of these guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now because it's them. On the Rams, Puka was not in the winner. Neither was Devontae Adams, which is surprising. Very surprising. That including Colson Loveland, I saw was not on the winner. So yeah, do you force feed Puka at 9,000 now? Do you really want to pay that? I mean, we already been burned. We already been burned. Because either Puka or Devontae Adams, obviously they're going to get two. So for me, I'm much of this take the ownership discount and the price tag discount and go to Devontae Adams at 6,000. Monfield, I really want to go to. Whittington looked good, 3-1, 2 for 2 for 35 yards. He basically overtook Tutu Atwell, obviously. I'm not really getting to Xavier Smith, so yeah, Whittington is that worth of the dart throw? I mean, meh. Seahawks, I'd rather go to JSN. I'd much rather go to JSN rather than going to Puka. So that would be the option I would look at. Shaheed, mainly out there for special teams. That's where he got that TD, that 95-yard kickoff return. Cooper Kupp, the price tag went up a little bit. He looked good at 5 for 5, 60 yards. Um, do I really trust Cooper though? He's going to be chalk probably. He's going to be chalk. I already know. Just like he is every single playoff game now. Hunter Henry 4-8. It didn't look great. Um, I don't mind going to him though. If let's go, yeah. Austin Hooper, I believe had one catch, yeah, but two targets. Hunter Henry's okay. Evan Ingram, could he be the security blanket for Sarah Stidham? I could certainly see it at 3-3. I could certainly see it. Um, the Rams, again, we have this cluster of who do we go to? So Parkinson, and then it was yeah, Parkinson, Ferguson, Allen, then Higby, which is interesting. Higby just fell off, basically just fell off. So that was wild. Yeah. So looking at do I want to go to Higby? Ferguson 2-7, always in for the touchdown threat. Parkinson though at 3-5 would be the main guy I would look at, seeing that amount of targets. And then Seattle, AJ Bonner 4,000. I keep clicking his name and I keep getting burned. Part of me wants to go to it at 4,000. Part of me wants to. Part of me wants to. So, anyways, let's build something. Let's try to build. So we go with the Drake May route. Let's skip running back for a second. I want Jason over Puka. And then I want Stephon Diggs. Can we get the double stack? What booty? Tied into I want to go Parkinson or Barner. Or do I want to go Ingram? Has a it's disgusting. Yeah, you have 6-3 left over. You can basically do whatever you want. You can go Stevenson, Kenneth Walker, and then you have 6-7. Yeah, you can go Kyron too. That would be a good one. That would be an interesting lineup. Anyways, though, that breaks down this slide for us to go again. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It was a great semester today, everybody. Have a good one.